Are you paying cash or card for your holiday gifts this year? A Bankrate survey finds 28% of holiday shoppers say they might take on debt to afford their purchases. With prices steadily rising, what can you do to save money this holiday season? Bankrate senior industry analyst Ted Rossman joins me now to talk holiday debt and saving. So during the holidays, money is spent on gifts, food, travel, and that recent survey shows 78% of the holiday staples will cost more this year. So why is that happening?
People are worried about inflation, tariffs, the job market. To be fair, a lot of people have been climbing that wall of worry and spending anyway, but really what's most significant is the cumulative effect. To be honest, prices haven't changed that much this year, but they've changed a lot over the past few years. If we go back to the start of 2021, things now, on average, cost about 25% more than they did almost 5 years ago.
Wow.
That's really what people are feeling. And that's why people are so downbeat about the economy, is that even if you're working and even if you get a raise, you just feel like it's gobbled up by higher prices.
Yeah, and if people are looking to use credit cards, what would you do? Because, they're trying to lift that financial burden in the now time, but in the future, they have to pay that off. What's your best option in terms of cash or lowest APR if you're looking for a good card?
Half of credit card holders carry debt from month to month, and the other half pay in full. That's just a massive divide. It's really emblematic of this K-shaped economy that we talk about overall. Basically, the rich get richer, the poor get poorer. Upper income households are propping up a lot of the overall spending. And we see it in the credit card market, where if you're paying in full and avoiding interest, you get rewards, you get convenience, you get all these buyer protections. That's a much more desirable scenario than the other half who's carrying expensive debt. The average credit card charges 20%. Not to shame anybody who's in credit card debt. There's often a very practical cause like groceries or medical bills or car repairs. If you already have debt, though, try not to make the problem any worse this holiday season. Only chase rewards if you're able to pay in full and avoid those high interest rates.
And similar to credit cards, we're seeing an increase in online stores offering that buy now, pay later service, or you could even break it up if you use PayPal. So is that a safe thing to do, or does that have an impact on your credit?
It really depends. It doesn't usually affect your credit. Most of this is happening outside of the traditional credit monitoring system, although that's starting to change. The big appeal of buy now, pay later is the cash flow benefits, that you spread out that purchase over perhaps 6 weeks or sometimes even longer. And the fact that these plans are pretty easy to get. The thing that people really need to examine is the total cost of ownership. Don't get blinded by those installments where it's $20 here, $50 there. You need to think about the total cost. 4 interest-free payments over 6 weeks is common, but these plans are evolving. Many of them are lasting longer. Maybe it's 6 months, 12 months, even a few years in some cases. A lot of those longer plans do charge interest rates that are actually pretty similar to what credit cards charge, maybe 15%, 20, 25. You really need to look into the fine print and see if you're getting a good deal.
Yeah, because you want to be able to pay it off, but also maybe it works for you and that's your routine when it comes to paying your finances. I think a lot of consumers also want some of those deals. Like, if you go into the store, are those store credit cards worth it? What would you tell people if they're thinking about it?
Be really careful with store credit cards. The average interest rate there is about 30%, which is about 10 points higher than your typical general purpose credit card. Store cards work in 2 scenarios. They both involve paying in full to avoid interest. One of them is you get a nice discount off a big initial purchase. 20% off your first purchase. Maybe you're buying electronics or appliances or a bunch of holiday gifts. The other one is if you love the store and you get 5% back every time you shop at Amazon with their card or Target or Best Buy. You just got to be careful to pay in full so that you're not subject to those high interest rates.
Yeah, and you and I said we're noticing more deals from the retailers. You've taken note of that too, so maybe things won't be as bad this year. We'll see when we get that final bill in the mail. Thank you so much for joining us. Appreciate your time.
No problem. Thank you.